Heyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do this, Jeff.
Yeah, I might turn you back up. Actually, something I've been struggling with a little bit. I'm going to. For whatever reason, I had turned. What the hell?
What the fuck?
That's really weird. For some reason, I had turned the what is it down? The the volume in the Discord. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment.
Happens.
Hope that's not important. Output volume. Yeah, I turned it down. I don't remember why. It's been causing me
rain tomorrow. No.
tomorrow. It keeps. Man, I kept changing.
And Saturday, of course.
Oops! Now everyone can see my Discord settings. It's fine. I'll crank that back up to 100 for now. I don't. See what this is about. What? The hell is going on? Oh, that was a while ago. Sorry, I'm getting a message here. I'm finding out if this is important or not.
You're good. I'm just chilling.
Okay. Doop 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 doop. Still waiting on something. Dum de dum dum do. Okie dokie doo ba doo. I should probably just.
Yep, sure.
I don't know what this is about. Okay. Probably just do the show here and.
Just do the show. It starts right now.
Yeah, it starts right here. I always get that mixed up if it's here or now.
I don't know. I have to look at the clip again.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, okay, here we go.
Okie dokie, smoky.
Okay, it doesn't sound important. All right. I will. Yeah. What do you think? Should we? Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to Disnerds Plus, a podcast where we talk about your favorite nerdy shows on Disney Plus. This is episode number 39. Talking some Secret Invasion number 4, Beloved, for Thursday, July 13th, 2023. I'm Shane.
Hey, what's up? It's Mike.
Oh, it's Mike. Oh, okay.
No, I was trying to imitate you because you had that really interesting kind of intro there. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Like to change it up. Like to be goofy sometimes. Meow, 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 meow. As you know, we do.
Good old meow meow.
Yeah, Mike and I used to have entire conversations based around cat talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's new with you?
Oh, just watching some Secret Invasion.
Right now?
Yeah, it's on in the background right now. Oh, it's
Never
not
know.
that obsessed.
It's actually
Jeez.
not a bad
Well,
idea for reviewing. Like, actually, now I'm thinking like just to have it up and like just
just
kind
have it
of
in the
like go
background. You're like,
through it.
oh,
Just as a reminder, it's actually not such a bad idea because like, but silenced obviously, but just to as a little, well, you watch them twice anyway, but like having a little recap to refresh my mind would probably help too.
mhm.
So, without further ado, previously on Secret Invasion. On that, there, episode number 3, which I don't have the title of, but that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Beloved.
No, Beloved's the current one, but the previous one was like Promised or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's Betrayed.
Betrayed. As one where we learned a little more about Vara and her past, and they had a little parlay, or I'm sorry, who had a parlay? Talos had a parlay with
Talos and
Gravik.
Gravik.
And he and Fury sort of teamed back up to attempt to stop a submarine attack, which we know they did successfully after after shooting a guy in a knee and then shooting him in the chest. The Bob, as I believe he was called, well, that was sort of what they were calling him, but was he an English government official? This was in like London, right?
Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah. Yeah, you probably. Yeah, you had. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the Neptune sub was the name of it?
Yeah, the submarine's name was Neptune. I don't know if they were shooting nukes or just a rocket at the plane. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I wondered that too. They didn't. I don't think they really went into it, but
But they had the whole gotta turn the keys and press the buttons that felt like nukish kind of thing because only you would do that with a nuke
right.
because that's a fail safe. If someone doesn't agree, then you can't shoot out. But a rocket, I would just think you shoot the rocket here. Okay, maybe I guess maybe Britain's just extra cautious or secure. I don't know.
What's the other name for that? Torpedo.
Well, if it's shooting out of the into the sky, out of the water into the sky, they have those two.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess I just assumed it was like torpedo, like out of the sub itself, but
you
that
could do
wouldn't.
torpedo, but it wouldn't go up in the air. Maybe.
No, no. But did
So
they really? Well, I guess we didn't see it, so.
they didn't shoot it. Right? Well, we
No.
didn't see it, but
But we did see the kid, that guy's kid, which we still don't know. Like, I guess okay. The more the show goes on, the more I'm realizing that they must keep the memories of their previous host or whatever, which
they have to. Yeah, 'cause they have
explains
to.
why he had sentiment toward the kid, which was Zachary. That's right. Um, what was the code? What do they call it? Code word or whatever for disabling, deactivating,
Oh yeah, the
canceling,
call off the strike.
strike. Yeah. So that's about it. We did get some interesting conversation between Fury and Talos in that one as well regarding a
Oh,
dog.
that was great. I love that.
Lots of nice banter between the two. So, anywho, they're in the in this beloved episode number 4. 2 more after this. Starts off in with some flashbacks. Yeah, this was the part I guess I didn't see coming. We were speculating because she didn't seem to get shot in the heart side of the chest. That maybe that she would live because of that. But no, we see flashbacks of her actually taking the serum or whatever it's called, right?
Well, yeah, it was. I don't know if you say take the serum or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, she went in the thing and magic. She's magical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
she was already
then
magical, I guess.
And then we start
She's
seeing the same kind of red glowing that we saw in the previous episode with Gravik.
extremis. What it's called?
Yeah, the
I think it's called
Extremis.
extremis. And
Um,
then, yeah,
nice. So is that a thing? Is that like a comic specific thing, or is that?
uh, I'm not sure on that one.
Gotcha. Is that
But I
do
know
the new rock
it
stars
was
talk about it? Probably. I'm guessing.
no, I remember it being in I was about to say Tony Stark, Iron Man 3, and then
Oh,
it was in that's where it came from. That was the origin, and then it next time you saw it was in Shang-Chi when they were in the fighting area and they saw all these different fights going on. One was getting stabbed and his body was lighting up.
so two
That was it.
thirds, two thirds of the media that it's been in has featured Ben Kingsley, uh, or whatever his name is. I forget, but
Yeah, that's interesting too. Huh. I didn't think of that. Ben Kingsley's been in 2 things where extremists has showed up.
maybe he's behind it.
Maybe he
Um,
is truly the Mandarin. Oh, it's been a plan this whole time.
yeah.
That'd be
Um,
nuts.
it did
It'd be the
really.
biggest
I
play.
actually like people don't like Iron. I like a lot of people didn't like that part of Iron Man 3. I actually kind of enjoy it. Like I thought it was actually pretty.
Oh,
Like it threw me
it,
for a loop, and I actually really like his character. Like especially in Shang-Chi. Like I don't know, it was fun.
yeah, I definitely. Shang-Chi was just a little cameo, but now it's like, cool, they're bringing back old elements that they can bring. Now they're like, oh, this is how we make super scrolls
Right.
with some
Which is
extremis and Groot droppings and a, a, a severed hand. Thank you, Wong. And then a frost beast that was wandering around the earth after Thor: The Dark World.
uh,
Yeah,
so. What was I gonna say after that? Is
sorry.
this different than the? This is certainly different than the super soldier serum, though.
Yeah, and they don't have that one.
It's
I don't. I mean,
related somehow. Like,
maybe they don't need it. Oh, maybe the Extremis was made off of some design of the Super Soldier, but
as far as I know, that didn't have like regeneration properties to it. The same, not like
not. Well, I mean, it's hard to kill like Captain America.
hard
Like,
to kill him, but if he got like stabbed through the hand, he probably wouldn't regenerate like part of his
not
hand or
not right away, but he can. His basically it's like his metabolism is like super fast. So like, which doesn't make sense because you would have to eat a lot too, I guess.
and he doesn't
But he's
have the red glowing effect,
no, he
obviously.
doesn't. And he
but
doesn't turn green either because Hulk is based off of like trying to replicate the super soldier serum.
hmm
So
yeah. So the next scene is Paris in 2012, which is the first Avengers movie would have taken place at that.
yeah, it was how they were talking was just after the events of uh, the first Avengers.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so there is where we see Fury and see. I put Priscilla down because that's still what she's listed as in the
Yeah,
IMDb and everything. But what was her scroll name again?
Vara.
Oh yeah, it's up here. um, right. So I don't. I guess I don't really know what to be referring to her as.
I would say in human form, Priscilla. If you see her in scroll form, Vara.
Gotcha. I
That's
guess
just
that makes
how
sense. But
I.
then, like, yeah, Talos doesn't have. We keep calling Talos, but I don't know.
Well, maybe in the in the best way of making sense of it, I guess. If mind.
right. Yeah.
But
So
Talos just goes by one name because I mean
so does
I
Gaia. So
know.
does Gravik.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why she does. Well, she also is the wife of Nick Fury, so maybe she's just like having an alias that sounds human.
Right.
Oh, Vara sounds pretty human. I mean, if a girl name was Vara, I'd be like, that's a cool name.
Yeah,
I
totally.
don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think there's more out there names probably. But so yeah, they meet at a bar, and I think she's got a newspaper that she's kind of looking at where it's mentioning the Avengers in there. Was this post the events of the first Avengers movie? Is that why it was in the paper? Okay, that
Yep.
makes sense. And then goes on to she's got this poem book, and this is where we get the title of this episode, Beloved, and one poem in particular she reads back to him, which sounds like that's her like ideal. She just wants to be beloved, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess, I mean, to be what, betrothed or whatever, like she wants to really just be married, right? Like, I mean, that's kind of what that word specifically relates to, I feel like.
I believe that's what it's meant to go towards.
So obviously she gets her wish eventually with that. But yeah, that I mean, I didn't write down the whole poem here obviously, but
I see it right now. It says, "And did you get what you wanted from this life? Even so?" Question mark. And she would say, "I did." Fury would then say, "And what did you want?" And Vera said, "To call myself beloved, to
I think
feel
that's
myself
later on,
beloved
right?
on the earth."
Oh, sorry.
But
I think that's a quote from later on in the episode, but the
well,
poem part itself is
I mean, but they did that in Paris.
sure, but
Yeah.
the parts before that, if she got what she wanted, was I think later on when they're at the table. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
so but the poem itself? Sorry, go on.
That is the poem. I don't know what its name is. It doesn't say.
What was it again?
And did you get
No,
what
no.
you wanted?
That's definitely dialogue in the show. That part is dialogue.
That's from that's the poem though. That's the poem. But I don't know its name.
Beloved poem, Secret Invasion. Let's see. Because they repeat, because they both say it simultaneously after that part you're talking about.
Right. That's the poem.
Oh, weird.
I'm like literally telling you it's the poem that they're reciting.
Okay, gotcha.
It's from a
So
book that she was reading.
so they say,
Um
but the parts that they start like saying in unison
Raymond
was
Raymond Carver's last fragment.
right.
That's what it's called.
Show myself beloved. The part that they say in unison, I think, must be to call myself beloved, to feel myself beloved on the earth. Gotcha.
Yep.
Sorry, I was like,
Like
it felt like because when later on in the episode, Fury is literally saying it like, "And did you get what you want? Like what you wanted from this life?" Like he's
yeah, he's
just
just saying it different tone, but yeah, that's I was like, you're like, it's dialogue. I get it. Again, I'm like,
it's
no, it's the poem.
well,
What's
it's
the poem's
both.
name?
It's
No, it's the poem.
but it is both. Then I guess later on because
Oh man, that was okay. It was
he's
funny.
literally asking her if she got what she wanted, right? Like later on. Anyway,
Right.
we'll get to that.
Poems are
So
confusing when you're talking
what's
about
that?
stuff.
What?
Poems probably poems are can get confusing when you're talking about dialogue. I guess.
Yeah.
That's within there.
So then we see a church. We're in a church, and Rhodey is meeting there. We see, yeah, like you alluded to. I mean, the thing is, like, that's like I said, I didn't recognize it was Rhodey at the end, and frankly, the subtitle doesn't say like the captioning doesn't say Rhodey at the end of the previous episode either. So I don't know if they.
You got to call him Scrody from now on.
God, that's right. Scrody meets to discuss with Vara or yeah Priscilla, I guess we'll say at the at the church,
Sorry,
which
that
is
was funny.
basically immediately revealed whether or not it was obvious. He is the one obviously that she talked to on the phone at the end of the previous episode, and talks to him about. Well, at first he kind of plays dumb about Fury being fired, and then very quickly says, "Yeah, I'm the idiot that did it, or whatever.
Undertaker.
I'm the
I'm the Undertaker. I DDT'd his ass off the top rope. I was like, all right.
right."
I don't know if Undertaker would actually do that, like going on top rope. He's a big guy. Then doing a DDT off a top rope. Good luck.
um,
I mean, Rhodey is. I mean, Scrody technically is a scroll, so he could probably pick up Fury, but Fury's like taller than Scrody. So funny to say that.
sure. Um, but well, height only gets you so far. I don't know.
Oh, and maybe he just shapeshifts his legs to make himself taller.
Sure. I guess we don't know. Yeah. So not only does he talk about how he fired him, but also that he's I guess directing her to kill him as well. Which
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess that that means that Scrody is working for Gravik, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he's also obviously in with the U.S. government, and so
Fairly close to the president too.
did we? I mean, it was assumed up until okay. I'm trying to remember now. Did we were calling him Scrody last episode? Did we actually see him in scroll form prior to this episode?
No, not last episode or anything.
Right. So, let's see. There was okay. It's a little confusing. There's a couple of parts in here where they're at the airport, but the next scene is at the airport, and that's where Gravik.
I think they might be like maybe they're not in the UK yet. They're in just like some random. Could be still in Russia.
Yeah, you'd think so. He's talking to another one of his guys about how Gaia was the mole, and that they want this next attack they want people to think that it's the Russians for this next attack. And then we're in on a park bench with Talos and Gaia, and she's asking him, how can you basically guarantee our people a home, if if she goes along with her father at this point. And she he Talos doesn't make a very convincing argument, I don't think, because he's like, you just need to trust, and then basically, and then I'll talk to the president or whatever. Like,
he just basically didn't have a plan. He doesn't know what the plan is.
Right. He just wants to do right, and he doesn't. And
That's
she
the
does
right
not.
thing.
She does not trust humans, really at all. And
No, she used to in Captain Marvel as a kid, but that must have
right.
went. I wonder if her and Monica will meet again as adults because they were friends as kids.
Okay. This is okay. Did we see? You're talking about Monica Rambeau?
Yeah.
Did we? So what movie? So this I almost said Captain Planet. Captain Marvel was.
Yeah, the little girls, like the
Okay.
Skrull little girl, Talos' daughter, and Maria Rambeau's daughter, which is now Monica. I don't know if they're going to go with Captain Photon or whatever they're going to do, or it's going to be like another Marvel name for her.
So
But
obviously, and sorry, go ahead.
I lost train of thought.
Sorry. So obviously, in in a lot of cases, as we've seen many times now, because of the blip in those 5 years, anyone that was a child actor basically has to be replaced, right? Like,
Yeah.
yep. And in the case of Scott Lang's daughter, 3 different actresses, I think, have played his daughter.
Itty bitty one, then a
Endgame
filler
1.
Endgame one, I guess.
Yep. And then totally different one in Quantumania.
I was like,
But
why did they do that?
yeah, well, yeah, because actually, the first 2 Ant-Man movies would have had the same actress as his daughter, at least, right?
I wish they would have like planned that out a little bit better if they wanted to stay consistent with the same actor or
Right.
actress. You know.
But obviously,
Speaking of, did you hear the actors are now on strike with the writers? So
oh, I mean, I knew a lot of them were in solidarity with him, but I don't know if I
oh
remember
no, yeah, now they're on strike because they're not happy with
Sure.
things, especially with streaming. So
Right.
I'm like, oh, well, there's going to be a period now where we're probably not going to have any new content for a while.
Right. Right. After Ahsoka, anyway, probably be
Yeah,
a little bit of
thankfully. Well, there'll be a few things. It'll take a little bit.
take some time. They can also space them out, spread them out a little bit. Oh,
Thanks.
I'm sure, but. So, oh yeah, so I was gonna say, obviously, Monica Rambeau is another example of a different actress. 2 different actresses that played her, and there was a third example. Well, obviously, Gaia would be the third example, right?
Definitely Monica, because and Gaia, because they were in Captain Marvel's. They were it was 1995, and
Oh yeah.
the blip happened in 2019 time, I believe, if that's timeline. 5 years later, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're at least in their 30s ish.
Right. Right. So yeah, that didn't end up going so well though. She kind of ends up storming off because you know, she's not down with his
Now,
quote unquote plan.
yeah, it's not really a plan. It's just him spewing stuff out while he's trying to figure it out.
Right. So then back at the Fury household, we've got
Back at
Priscilla.
Fury Central.
Shouldn't even really call it, like, it's not like, again, it's not like she's taking his name or whatever. It's more. It seems like she's probably there more than he at least has been the last, however many years. But
At least 5.
right.
Well, more than that now. Probably like 7, 6 or 7.
Right. So it's, I mean, assumed joint household though. I don't know. I guess it's maybe it's more hers than it is even. But she as she gets back and she's about to put her ring back on, and then decides against it. And
Well, she also picks up his ring and sees it.
yeah.
I think that's what that possibly could have been too.
We also see that. Well, she hears some like jars or something in the background, so she knows he's home. But she also comments on how he isn't wearing his ring and how he forgot and came in the back or something, or forgot about it. Oh yeah, I guess that's why he said he came in the back, because they keep the rings at the front door. Seems like.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in the
So.
back anyway, listening in on their conversation with Rhodey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rhodey.
That's right. That's right. I missed. That's right. That's true. That did happen. He had a. I'm still not quite sure how.
I think he bugged the phone somehow or something because he was looking at it when she walked away in the last episode. So I think
Right.
that had something to do with it.
So he just had an earpiece, and I don't know if he was just at home. He was in like some kind of courtyard or something, listening in at the
Oh,
time.
that was his house. That was the back of his house. That's why he said came through the back.
Oh, so this is just like right after that. Yeah, of course.
Yep.
He goes on to, it says like, of all the mistakes I've made in my life, says you're my greatest. Alluding to everything that. Well, yeah, obviously there's feelings here based on what he heard over the phone and everything he's describing here, um, but he also says that he he wouldn't have changed it. He wouldn't change it, right? If he had to do it
Right.
all over again.
Yep.
And then they both lay their pistols on the table there, sit down, and then I think he asks to give the story about how she became her
Oh
human
yeah.
form.
Yep. Like a dying woman who's like I think she was a doctor. Did she say
Yeah,
she was a
Dr.
doctor?
Priscilla Davis, who had a
Yeah, that's what it is.
congenital heart defect. And Fury asks her if, well, he says, so she said he was just honest with her. She just asked, she said, you just asked to like assume her form, and she said, I asked if she wanted to fall in love, and which I guess she did. As long as she kept three promises, which were to bury her at sea, to continue to be the daughter to her parents, and to never hurt Fury. And I put this is like a funny. I remember this being a funny thing on Family Guy. They did like with the like quivering lip thing. I noticed she she did that at that part, but she did a pretty good quivering lip.
Yeah, she did.
Convincing.
Very, very convincing.
So then this is the part where we get the
Poem.
the
read?
poem, where I got confused because I just thought he was asking if she got what she wanted, but as
And
you recited before, to call herself beloved, and then all that whole poem there, and then they in unison that last line or two, and then boom, they both shoot. And then the camera kind of goes away for a bit. And after a few seconds, because we're like, oh God, what happened here? And then I think maybe it showed her first or something with a bullet
yeah.
hole. Like at first, we're like, oh God,
Yeah.
he didn't shoot her. He purposely missed. And then, and then we see him as well talking, and same deal.
Yep.
And he makes a comment about, so I don't know if this means we should get divorced or if
should was it what's it? What's the word? Trying to think.
like renew their vows or
Renew
something.
your vows. Renew your vows. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm not married.
So then we get to see the Rhodey home, the home of
A hotel.
Mr.
It was a hotel.
Oh. Oh. I thought it looked
Sorry.
pretty fancy and everything.
I missed that. I forgot to adjust that for you, but sorry.
It's fine. I mean, so did they? Yeah, I guess I didn't. Obviously, I didn't catch that, but
Yeah, because he's still in England at this point, so he's just
he doesn't have
hotel.
an England home. Yeah, that's
No,
fair point.
his government salary pays for that.
These are little details I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't put together. But I guess I assume like at any point, because you suspend your disbelief with time in any show or movie. So I'm like, at any point I feel like they could be flying from one place to the next. So that's why I don't
That's fair.
never keep up with that. But
It's like they should have like Avenger compounds everywhere where they go.
yeah,
Build one. You gotta
different
build one
country.
here. Yeah.
So we see a Skrull first. So we see a Skrull showering at first, and I couldn't tell. Like, at first I wasn't sure which Skrull we were looking at here, but I think he emerges as Rhodey.
Did you notice though the like the towel over like the chest and everything? More female features.
What, really? Oh,
Yeah, dude, that was totally a female scroll act as Rhodey. There's actually a name for her too.
okay.
What's her name? Let's see.
I kind of wondered because when I first saw the Skrull showering, I actually thought it was Vara.
Yeah,
So that makes
no,
sense.
it's well, the actress is in Eternals as one of the dancers for what's his name? Uh, I can't think of it.
Is it in the
The
Eternals?
yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's just now that's interesting. Maybe she was hidden as an Eternal in this somewhere to watch other stuff.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, he sees that
Was
Fury, Fury, he keeps saying that he dropped by or whatever. And he's like, he keeps saying he be in need. Basically, he broke in. But Fury's got this body of Pappy Van Winkle, which I guess is a $5,000 bottle.
it's real. It's a real thing.
Yeah. I'm good not buying that at this juncture of my life personally, but I guess Fury's got the money to spend on it. But so he's got I think he's already got a glass poured, or he's pouring a glass for Rhodey. And he's excited to share it with him, and as Rhodey's obviously concerned about poison. He said, and then Fury jokes about no, but there's nanotechs, and he's reluctant initially to drink the stuff, of course.
Well, he thinks it's
But
like poison or something, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and he tells Fury's talking about Skrulls being in the U.S. government again, and for giving him that information, he wants his job back, and then Rhodey ends up slamming his drink down on the table after he slams he
After he slams the drink.
slams the drink. He actually takes it, and then he shows he's got surveillance footage of Fury. Well, we need a scroll name for Fury, a scurry.
Scurry, yeah.
So Scurry is shooting Maria Hill in the surveillance, which I think my reaction to that is how is this just not like wouldn't it be assumed that would be I guess he didn't know that someone had assumed his form, whoever shot Maria, until this moment, but
yeah.
At the same time I'm thinking, like, isn't that it's like a public square? You would think that would just be on the news, like
A lot more people would have saw that and been like, Nick Fury did this.
yeah, you'd think some surveillance would have public surveillance would have picked that
Also,
up.
people could have been like, "Oh, there's two Nick Furies looking at each other. Which
Yeah,
like, what the hell's
that'd
going
be
on?"
more likely. Yeah, right. So I don't know if they really said what camera caught this. It was one of the other scrolls, I assume, that picked it up. But so obviously that didn't go too well for Fury. He
You.
just basically said, "Yeah, I mean." So I'm a little confused here. So like Rhodey wants him dead, but he can't do it himself. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to be seen as because doesn't want to change back to Skrull or somewhere else to just do it. But
I think Scrody's all talk and doesn't want to can't do it himself really.
Just a little Scrody bitch.
Yeah. So then back at the vehicle with was it Talos and Fury were in the car, and then they're talking about the liquid location tracker that I guess was in that Pappy Van Winkle.
Literally, Fury told Scrody like, "Oh, there's like nano trackers in there." He was not actually. He was not lying.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Yep, that's the reverse psychology thing there.
That's the Fury way.
Mm-hmm. So then at the this next airport, if I don't know if it's the same one or not, but we we see Scrody talking to the president, and he gives him a quote from Lenin, and then he says Vladimir, not John, I think, about basically being steel during since the president is like all, obviously anxious since I think he described it as the biggest threat since the Cuban Missile Crisis.
He did.
And then the president asks if he's been pre-gaming before, because he's clearly got that Pappy Van Winkle on his breath. And then he asks one of the I don't know if it's a Secret Service guys for a mint,
or his security guys.
Yeah. And then on I'll just say a road in the kind of desolate
On the
area.
road again.
That's where we see the presidential what do you call that, processional or whatever,
Motorcade.
Motorcade, there you go. And quite quickly we see Gravik give the order to launch the missiles from these choppers, not motorcycles, helicopters. Pretty quickly chaos ensues. It's a bunch of gunfire on the ground, and more. There's what do you like, bazookas or RPGs or whatever that take out at least another helicopter. And
they also had like an air defense in one of the SUVs. I was like, whoa. Started shooting rockets.
Oh shit! It was like
and then Fury,
missiles on the vehicles themselves.
Yeah, it was like one of the vehicles in the motorcade are literally like lifting out, a thing comes out and just started shooting rockets at the helicopters.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
Cause then an additional missile or two, or another additional missile hits another vehicle. There's a couple of vehicles that get struck straight up by the chopper missiles, I think.
Well, definitely the what they call it, the stagecoach.
Yeah. Was that like the first?
That was like the president's vehicle.
Yeah. So he flips over, but he's like okay somehow.
Just hanging there.
Yeah.
Literally.
And they talk about, they refer to the president as Citadel in this as a code name.
Like Citadel safe or alive. Yeah, alive.
Mm-hmm. And Fury actually ends up taking out an additional chopper with, again, I guess it's a rocket propelled grenade or
it was definitely
rocket launcher, I guess is what you.
It was like a little, I don't know what they call those, but it's like, it's a small rocket launcher.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's a bazooka. I think it would be a rocket launcher.
It's a one shot kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And then pretty quickly we get to see some of Gravik's new powers as he extends his arm out and grabs a guy, but very much so in I could only see Groot fashion there.
That was definitely the Groot stuff. So he's got Extremis, and he can turn into Groot.
Yep, it's a little bit of everything, I guess. But
interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
So they're trying to get the president out of his flipped over vehicle. Talos is over there. He's trying to break through the window, break through that glass. An ordinary vehicle would be a lot easier probably, but this being the president's vehicle, it's not that breakaway glass so much. Or it's at least bulletproof, it would seem.
Oh, it's probably it's pretty thick glass probably for the president vehicle for sure.
Yeah, and Talos must be very strong to be able to even have a chance.
Skrulls are, I think, naturally stronger than us for sure.
Right. So he's making a valiant attempt at getting through that window. Then he gets I don't know if it's Gravik or that points him out. To,
Pagan shoots him, I think. I think it's
yeah,
Pagan.
and he gets shot in the upper left shoulder, I believe,
Clips
and
him.
yeah, it hurts him to the point where he's like half showing his scroll, like basically like a Two-Face.
Two-Face. Yeah.
Yeah, which
He's like, so if the scroll gets injured, they can actually, unless he's like dying, because is it like, oh, well, I don't know. It's hard to.
he
Maybe
like
it is.
needs
He gets,
some energy to, actually stay in human form, I assume. But
yeah. He's weakened now. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
But that does remind me. I if I didn't mention to you, I saw this duck down by the river that essentially looks like Two-Face. Because I don't know,
Nice.
poor duck. I feel bad, but like he's getting around. I saw him again today. He's
He's getting around.
he's like I don't know what happened, but yeah, like half his face is like featherless. But
Jeez.
yeah. Anywho,
Okay.
on a side note, he is still able to punch through the window though after several punches. Despite his condition. And maybe it's his adrenaline's even going more at this point, but Fury. So he's I think he instructs someone to get Talos at this point to pick him up. But he first somebody's gonna get him in a separate vehicle, and he's got his own ride, and then he uses the key fob, and then the doors automatically
That's when
open.
That's when he grabs the president, right?
Right.
Yeah. Ritson. President Ritson.
President Ritson. Oh yes. So he opens the doors, and then we get one of the soldiers is he's holding. That's right. So Fury's like initially he needs to tell him because he's in scroll form. He's not. This one soldier is a little confused as to. So Fury has to tell him he's with him. And so this soldier ends up carrying Talos a bit, and I think Fury kind of looks back at him, and he just kind of stands there for a moment.
Yep, and then he's like telling him to like put Talos down, and otherwise he'll shoot. And he's didn't put him down, so Fury shot.
He shoots, but
and then he gets stabbed. Talos got stabbed.
It was Gravik, and
yeah, it says Talos got stabbed by Gravik.
Yeah, Gravik.
Then
soldier ends up being Gravik and gives him a pretty right after he gets shot. Very quickly stabs him, and then Fury has no choice but to leave with the president.
Well, he shot Gravik in the face too. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, did he shoot him a couple times, or was it just the one? He basically does a T-1000 turnaround, and he's got half of his face blown off. But again, that red glowing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts.
But Fury doesn't really have a choice. He has to leave Talos behind, which is super sad.
I don't know if he's actually dead or if he's just passed out at this point.
Passed out. Yeah, I don't know.
It definitely looks like he's dead, but
you never know. You never know with these shows, like who's gonna live or die. But yeah, considering his daughter was seemed like she was not gonna make it, but I'm guessing Talos didn't take any the same that stuff.
Pretty sure he didn't. No, not yet. At least
not yet. Okay, well. Yeah. How about this? I think I did like this episode. I think I liked this episode. I mean, I like all these episodes, but I'm going to say a 4.0 for this one.
That's funny. That's what I was going to go for.
No
math in this one.
Nope. No, there is not. Excellent. I mean, it was a shorter episode, which, could be good or bad, but now looking at them, at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I would. At the same time, I don't know if this is the lowest rated episode I would, but maybe because it was shorter, there just wasn't a lot going on,
Right. Next week.
Yeah.
We got two more, I think the 20th and the 27th. So then we got a little break for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 24th, we're back. That's when the next installment comes of.
Right.
Well, this time it'll be Star Wars again. Ahsoka.
Oh, this is probably not the best time to tell you I'm leaving that day. So probably won't be the 24th, but.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. How many episodes? Oh, and there's 2 dropping at once.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll talk. I don't know if we can do the day before or not, but. Anywho.
We have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, 6 episodes for that series? Or is there more?
8.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
But you get
Still
2 at the beginning, and then it'll just be 1 every week.
Right. Okay. Well, that'll do it for today. Any last words?
Any last words? See ya.
See you later. Thanks, everybody. Hey, if you want to reach us, disnerdsplus@gmail.com is the place to do that. Disnerdsplus.com is the website. Recording at Thursdays around 8:30 Central-ish.
I feel like that time keeps changing.
Keeps changing, yeah. Say about, I think 8:30 is not so bad. I don't know. If it works for you, it works for me.
If you have to do 2 in a row.
Yeah. True. Twitch.tv/Shave Maddox is the place to check that out. Hey, you can find Mike at Cool as a Cucumber, and you can find me at Shave Maddox. Until next time, take care. Oh, okay.
Yeah, did it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah. 9:30. Go to bed soon.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember. What did I tell you about? Where I got on Diablo. Did I tell you?
You finished it, I thought.
Finished it. I got the 60, and I got all the altars last night.
Oh, nice.
There's still a bunch more to do, though.
I know.
I'm on tier 3 now.
I want to play it tonight, but I'm tired too.
You're a smart man.
Yeah. This has been a week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say it's been an exhausting week at work.
Yeah.
So, but Friday, yeah.
Indeed.
I don't know if hopefully it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's kind of puts a damper on things.
True. All right. Well,
All right, man.
Yeah. Thanks. Have a great night.
You as well. Don't play too much Diablo night.
I know. I really have to. All right. See ya.
Later.
Bye.